Everybody, today I'm finally going to plant my bareroot that I soaked in my pond for 2 weeks into the pot. Just want to show you how it looks like right now, which is look at all the growth I already got on them. I mean, yeah, they are desperately need to be planted, and yep, it's time to put that baby in. So as you can see, I put my bareroot in the water for 2 weeks and it's totally fine. Okay, look, none of them has dead, and it was probably 70s at the daytime and sometimes 40s or 30s at night. So it really doesn't get affected at all, and all the new growth just so bushy and beautiful. So well, guess what? Let's put it in the pot and hopefully they will bloom soon. Okay, let's get started. So this is I'm preparing 2 pots today just to show you the pot size that I use and the type of root for what type of pot. So this is a Jubilee celebration. From my experience of growing Jubilee celebration in this area, it is not a big rose. It is relatively compact. Well, maybe I got a very weak root last time, but it was a compact rose. So there's no need to actually put it in a huge pot like that. When you put a rose in a huge pot, it's not really helping it to absorb the water and to retain those moisture and absorb the nutrient. So relatively, like this one is let me see. So this pot right here is about, I would say 14, is it 14 inches? Probably about 14, or I think it's 14 inches. 14 inches tall, deep, and about, I would say 12, maybe also 14 inches wide. So so this pot right here I think is pretty good for this little compact rose. Now for this one right here, this is a much bigger pot. I think it is 19 inches tall or 16 inches tall. I don't really remember. I will get the link of the pot in my description so you will know. So this is a much bigger pot, and I use that for my climber or the big shrub. Okay, when I say big shrub, it's like anything that is 5 feet tall, 4 feet wide. That is a big shrub for me. Okay, so today, and very easy, I'm a cheapo, so I use the compost organic humus, and then some Osmoco Plus, and this is the, what is this called? This is the mycorrhiza inoculants. So this one is basically the thing that you mix into the soil and it will help with the roots growth. Okay, so so this is the only two things I use. Now if you don't have this, that's fine too. If you don't have any other fertilizer, that's fine as well. I mean, because we're gonna fertilize it as the season goes as well. So the more important thing is to get it into the soil. That's it. Honestly, I think roses are not picky with rose. The only thing is, especially for my area, is just to make sure that the water drain really well, because especially in my area in the south, in Mobile, Alabama, we rain a lot. So when you're in a humid area, if you have a soil there, the soil is not well drained, your rose can get root rot easier than anything else. So there's a reason why I'm using the compost humus, because it is very nutrient. It's all organic, lots of nutrient in there because it's a compost. Also it's very well drained. Okay, and it still retain the moisture that it needs, the roses need. All right, so let me show you how I plant this. So first, make sure you have a draining hole in your pot. I mean, 4 is minimum. You can give extra like 5 or 6 or 7, doesn't matter, as long as you have some hole. I don't put rock or pepper at the bottom of my pot. I did it before, and what happened is it actually blocked the drainage of my pot. So I don't do that at all anymore, and it's fine. Ever since I stopped doing, I never have anything that was rotting. Okay, so let me show you how I put it in to the pot. First, I fill my soil and make it like a mound with a cone shape. Like you can see it's a cone shaped mound right here, and the reason is because you see the shape of this bareroot. You see there is a mound right there. So when it sit there, it's going to sit on top of the mound itself. See that? Like that. It's gonna sit on top of the mound, so it will all touch with the soil right there. So sometimes you might say, oh, my root is too long to fit in the pot. Can I trim it? And yes, you can absolutely trim your root to fit inside the pot. Okay, that's not a problem. They will grow it back. That's not a big deal at all. Okay, so and then after I put out the mound like this, right, I put in some a small dot, so just sprinkle around it, basically, nothing fancy, and then just a little bit of the microfiber just everywhere, like a little bit like that. Okay, just like that. So easy, right? That's it. And then just press it in. Okay, and then next I'm gonna put this root in there. All right, like this. I'm gonna kind of pop it in there. All right, you see how it's already sit right quite well over there. Okay, all right, and then I am going to fill the soil at this level right here. I will not cover the crown for my grafted rows. So there's a reason why I do it that way. Okay, so which I already emphasized many times, my area is very wet. I have lots of rain all year round. So if I bury my crown into the soil, it can get rotten very easily here. And you know, as a grafted rose, if your graft is lost, your graft is rotten, basically anything above the rose will be just gone, because this is not a on root rose, right? So there's a reason why I only cover at the base of my crown. Now for the area, if you have a dry area, if you're in a dry area, in cold area as well, you want to cover your crown so that it will get protected from the frost. My area, I do not have a heavy frost at all. I'm in zone 8B, so the coldest of my area is probably by like 20s in the winter time, and it's not even many days I'm in 20s. So for me, I just don't do anything. I don't need to cover it or anything like that. The rose is very cold hardy. It can definitely take that kind of frost. So this is the cold frost is not a problem in my area. Okay, but if you're in the cold area like zone 6, 5, 4 maybe, then you want to bury it for sure. Okay, that's all I can say. Let me continue to fill up the pot at the top. Alright, so I fill up the pot all the way. You can see where I stop. Okay, you can see where I stop right there. Also, I try to leave about 1 inch or 1.5 inch at the top of my pot. Because when you water it, you know, sometimes you're gonna splash the soil everywhere. So if you leave some gap, then it will still stay inside the container. If otherwise, it will be everywhere when you water your plant. Okay, So it's easy, isn't it? See, like that. That's it. One is done. And then the rest is just to water it and water it through. Now because I soak in the water for so long, so for this coming weeks, I need to water it like once, let me think, every alternate day, just lightly water, just to make sure it stay moist, because it was in the water for a long time. Okay, so but after a week, then it should be accustomed to this drier condition, and you do not need to water them that much. It's gonna be according to your area temperature. So let me water it. All right. After you water it, the soil is gonna go down more. It's gonna sink. Okay, and then if needed, you can fill up with more soil again. But yeah, you definitely need to water it and make sure like you see the water is actually draining. It's not staying at a pool, at the top like a pool of water. Okay, let me show you. So you put in the water, and then you just wait until you see how the water is drained down. Then you know it is draining. If it stay at the top like a pool of water, it doesn't matter you're planting at the pot or in the ground, then yeah, then you will be good. Okay, so this is good. So that's it, and then you're gonna put it at a sunny spot, and that's about it. And then by, I think in a month, it will be able to bloom. Okay, so there you go. If you have any question, make sure you put me down in the comment section, and I will try my best to answer you. And all the product I use in this video, I will put the link inside the description of this video. So make sure you click the description if you want to know where I get the product or what is the product name. All right, it doesn't mean you have to get that. Honestly, you can use any slow release fertilizer you want. Rose thorn. I use osmoga because this is my go-to for everything I grow. It never burn my root at all. Doesn't matter how small is the plant. So I always use osmoga. It's safe for me. For mycorrhiza, this thing you can get many many kind of there's many kind of product out there. This is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna use. There's a powder as well. You can sprinkle the powder around the root as well if you want to. Those are all extra. All those are optional. You don't really need to have it if you don't have one. All right, that's it. Hopefully it helped you. And again, let me know if you have any question in the comment section. Bye.